What's up, guys? It's Jill. It is the 28th of December. It's a Sunday. And I just wanted to come on and let you guys know that I'm tired. I am tired. I'm exhausted, actually. I'm at the end, man. The other day at Mom and Me, somebody said to me, Jill, you should open as a church. And maybe, but not a Christian church, guys, because I gotta tell you that I don't know. I have a real hard time with this Jesus thing lately and with this God is good thing because, last year when God stole from my womb, or he allowed a trash monster human to steal from my womb, which probably did save me a little bit because, that went on to have spiritual implications. But the fact that I felt it, external to me while it was happening, and it kind of just left me wanting to die, really has me thinking this year about Mary's story, right? Because when spiritual things happen, we don't get any control. We like to think that we do, and even if you have free will, if an angel or some apparition or some spirit appears in front of you, are you sovereign enough to be like, no thanks, I don't want that? Mary didn't get a choice. God was like, we're gonna impregnate you at 14, then we're gonna sell you off to some old widowed guy, and you're gonna become the stepmom to his kids, and then you're gonna walk 100 miles and you're gonna give birth in filth. Because F you, that's why. Because I said so. And that's really what it is. When God stole from me, that's really what it was. It was like, oh, junk. And then it really, I haven't made a cyclone video, and I've been really debating on whether or not I was going to do that, because I did make videos on what happened and how it had played out so far. And then this year it just went off the rails. And it's disgusting, you guys. I look at humanity so much differently now. And I'm trying to keep faith in humans. And I know that there is a God, because he manipulates the F out of me, okay, all the time. But I think we're going to have to transcend these Abrahamic religions. And that's a hard thing to say, but I mean all of them, because it's just keeping us trapped. I mean, if you look at Jesus is, partially it is a state of consciousness, okay? Be kind to one another, and, and think happy thoughts, and that's great. But it's also really become a tool of manipulation and control for the masses. And that's not good, okay? Because you can't be feeling bad about yourself, especially Catholics. Catholics are big on this, the shame and the grief, and we don't need to hold on to those things. I'm so tired of it. Oh. And that's a hard thing to say, to be I'm tired of being alive, but really, and I've said this before, hard pass on humanity. Hard pass on being human, man. I just don't appreciate it anymore. And there's so many things, and I probably should be writing the book, and I've been saying that for years, but I had to get through this block, and I think the block really was Christianity. I think the block was that I had all these beliefs, and that most of them were just BS. I think it's just ridiculous what we're doing out here, and I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for a really long time, and I've been trying really hard to do what is asked of me, but when it just feels like I'm constantly being manipulated by something bigger than me, it's really nasty. It is vile. And I was supposed to, in writing this book, I was supposed to write about the legalization of the plant, right? And I waited, y'all, 20 years, 25 years for them to legalize the plant, and I can't even look at it anymore. It's nasty to me, because there's so much ignorance that we bred throughout our society, that now that it is legal, it kind of just it destroyed the sanctity of the plant. It's gone. the intellect around it is gone, the sacredness of it gone, and even the integrity of the plant, because we're just like, we're mixing it all with a bunch of crap and we're spraying all this shit on it. Like, there's really nothing left. There's nothing left. Maybe a glass of whiskey, but I probably shouldn't even say that because I don't know. I mean, we know that it lowers your vibration anyway. So really, there's not even like an escapism pattern out here, which has led me to maybe I should try heroin. Maybe that is the ticket out. I mean, if you're gonna go, man, that's probably the way, right? Maybe a needle full of some shit in my arm and just take a little nappy time and not wake up. It's starting to actually look like fun. So maybe I'm starting to understand this whole addiction thing. But honestly, I wouldn't want to live as a slave to anything, and that's why I don't do it. So if I was gonna do it, I'd just do it right and make sure that I died. But I have to be careful with that too, because y'all want to play this game where like you save one another, right? Everybody's a hero because everybody's got their Narcan. Ugh. The warfare is gonna pick up, and I've talked about this before. And you're seeing it play out, right? The atrocities that are going to play out. Okay, the ink wasn't even dry on all those Micron permits before they took out that water pipe and we're like, we're going to fix this now. It's needed to be done for like at least the past 10 years. It's on record in the Syracuse newspaper for at least the past 5 years that there was a plan in place. All these things needed to be updated. And as soon as they got the okay to go ahead with this Micron thing, they were like, now, right at Christmas time, create a false emergency, and then people won't know that we're victimizing them because this needs to be done for our bigger agenda of greed. Okay. And there's a lot of rabbit holes. And it's unfortunate because most of them are true. Rockefeller and education, electricity and Tesla. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, the friggin' light bulb. I mean, we have light bulbs. We know how to make light bulbs that'll last 100 years, but they weren't allowed to sell those because then they couldn't profit off it, right? So, this is really the fall of capitalism. Thank God. The fall of religion, I think, is just the next necessary step. And if people understood, like, I love the idea of holidays and miracles and birth because I've witnessed a lot of those things. Okay, so like, I love the idea of Hanukkah and Christmas trees, but really, we destroyed any kind of sanctity of it anyway. So what are we doing? Capitalist greed? What are we teaching our kids? And really, Santa's is like the biggest lie that we tell our kids, right? Well, the Easter Bunny is a big one. I don't know, y'all. I don't even know if I'm rambling right now or if for like 10 of you I'm making sense. But people are really going to have to wake up, and it's going to be forced upon them really this year. 26 and 27 are going to be a nightmare. I keep being told to hang on until 29, and I'm really trying for my kids, but like, ugh. And I made a video on this before. It was a couple weeks ago. I was like, look, and it really just is, look. And that's hard. But I am going to try and like stay off of social media because just like between the false narratives, the shitty news, and then everybody posting like there's a death in their family or somebody's doing all the drugs or somebody wants to be a hero because they're in recovery. Like, there's too many narratives running all the time. And then there's all the truths, right? And then we got to argue about those. And then you got false medicines. And, unfortunately, a lot of it can't be trusted anymore. And that's a hard thing, but it's true. So I'm going to try and stay away from all of it. My videos will keep coming up on YouTube, and I'll speak when I feel like I have to, but other than that, I just don't really want to be on the socials. If I'm going to do group activities, I will put those on the group pages, but as for my personal page, yeah, I think I'm just going to take a break because I have to. I love you guys. I like, even, when I hear nonsense stuff, or even when we're destroying the kids and all these things. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. trying to create change, but I've been trying to do that for a long time, and it hasn't exactly happened. So maybe this will be the year that I'll finally write the book about all the atrocities that I've seen play out. But that's a hard thing to do, to be tasked with writing a book, to be like, yeah, humans are garbage and Americans really, they thought they were doing something great and just enslaved themselves. It's a hard thing. It's a really hard thing. But yeah, I think it's time to transcend religion, and time to come back to like our true humanity and like true purpose from like a heart space, not like anything external to you or made up stories, because we just can't be doing that anymore. Anyways, see ya. It's almost a new year. Hold on to your hats, kids. It's gonna be a wild ride.